groundbreaking solution that not only enhances safety, but revolutionizes the efficiency of our agricultural practices.
Well, it is a very exciting time for Wilton Community Schools, selected as one of only 10 national finalists in the annual Samsung Solve for Tomorrow STEM competition.
Yeah, really put Wilton on the map, that's for sure. Well, Olivia Sippy is a teacher at Wilton Junior Senior High School, and Madeline Thiede is a student, and they're both joining us today.
Yeah.
Ladies, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for inviting us out. We're very excited.
Oh my gosh, congratulations.
Yeah. Oh, we have been on cloud 9 all day.
Yeah, this is
so
a
exciting.
huge recognition,
Yes.
and
Yes.
Olivia, I mean, this could mean a lot of money for Wilton. Already it's been a lot of money. I mean, you guys learned this morning that you are now, what's the prize money so far?
Right now we're at top 10, so we earn $50,000 for our school, our program. So very
nice.
exciting, yeah.
Very nice. And so what does this money go to?
So some of it is spent on technology,
Sure.
so how we're going to incorporate technology in our classrooms. That could be a lot of different things, like we teach a food science class, so something as small as a refrigerator, or you know, finding those pieces of tech that are interactive, so we can have tablets or you know, TVs that you can write on and things like that.
Sure.
So getting them used to that technology piece, and then the other half of the funds go to curriculum. So it could be anything that we need for our classes, and that is huge. That's it's a big expense, and especially in a small district, there's just not a lot of extra funds all the time. And so for us to be able to bring something so positive to our community is huge.
It's amazing.
Yeah, very excited.
So Olivia, tell us a little bit about the initial state competition. I mean, you guys seem to be moving up. You continue to win. Of course, you just found out that you guys are, you know, national finalists. But tell us about the initial guidelines. I mean, when you first got into this, what did you guys need to follow and know?
Yeah, so the first part is very much an application process. So you have to come up with a community project, an issue in your community, and obviously in Iowa, agriculture is our backbone, it's our foundation. So we wanted to find something that impacted our community and how we could solve something for them. So, you know, some of our kids went and talked to their parents or their aunts, their uncles, different community members, and said, hey, what could we, you know, what are you experiencing? What are some things that we could maybe make into a project? And so through those conversations, they were able to kind of come up with this idea of basically a pressure sensor light bar, which is a more visual representation of what's going on inside of a grain bin versus climbing stairs.
Yeah, so Madeline, we want to talk to you about this creation. We're seeing the video of this right now, so tell us more about this creation and what made your group decide to want to submit this for the national competition.
So most of our group is composed of people who grew up in agriculture. So we had some really good insight on how we could improve what we were going to do and how we were going to help the people in our community.
And obviously we've run many news stories here of accidents, unfortunately, happening in grain bins. So this could potentially help keep people safe and save lives.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you guys brought a lot of great stuff for us so that we could actually see what you created. So talk a little bit about what all of this is and how it pertains to the project.
So right here, this is our pressure sensor. When there's pressure on it, and mostly the time that there's usually a sound, but we decided to modify it some more and use some lights.
Okay.
So as you can tell, we have it wired up here.
Yep.
If you were to look at it from this direction, so they had to meet with local electricians because you know they deal with this stuff all the time, and so they kind of walked them through what wires were safety first, what wires were supposed to go where, and things like that, and then how to modify it once they obviously weren't with them anymore. So this was kind of their final prototype, I should say. So you want to keep going?
Yes. So this would be an LED light bulb because they last longer and they require less voltage. And then once grain hits the sensor, the light comes on.
Okay, so it's a way for them to measure how high the grain is.
Yes.
Without having to physically go in there and check it.
Yep.
That's huge.
Yes, and without climbing any ladders, a lot of older buildings or older bins do not have guide rails or any safety measures and things like that. We're fortunate that at our ag farm we do have safety measures for students that are going up and down those bins, but on those older ones, it's much harder to get up there, and it's a little hard, a little unsafe. So our idea was to kind of give that visual to provide them from the ground.
That is awesome. And so obviously the green means that we still have a little ways to go, but once it's red, that means it's probably getting a little full, right?
Yep, so they have 4 stations, or you can add as many as you wanted, but our particular prototype was 4, so you knew when it was quarter full, half full, 3/4. And then once it reached the top, all lights would turn red.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's so smart.
Yeah.
It is so
I would have never
smart.
been able to think of that. That's a good invention. Yeah.
Well, Olivia, we can actually be voting online right now for Wilton's STEM project, helping them become the community choice winner. That means $10,000 for you guys in addition. So I voted today. It's very easy, and we'll tell you at the end of the show what website to go to for that. Additionally, Madeline, before we run out of time, we want to wish you guys luck because you guys are headed to Washington, D.C. at the end of next month. So talk about what happens there.
I'm not too sure what happens there. We have to present our project to a panel of judges.
Yeah.
And then the next day we will find out if we're in top 3.
I mean,
and you could win $100,000.
I know.
I mean, that's incredible. I mean, sure, the money you've won so far is great, but $100,000, I mean, that would take your program far.
It would be, you know, a very big deal.
Yes.
Across the board.
Well, congratulations. As we run out of time, we want to just get that website on the screen. You can vote from now until April 23rd. This is what it looks like right here. It is samsung.com/us/solve for tomorrow. We're running out of time. Congrats again.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for watching Quad Cities
Local
Live.
News at 4 is next.